Now let's shift our attention to the US and China. Their trade war has entered another domain. A new battle has erupted over chips. And this time, NVIDIA is at the center of it. The world's most valuable chip maker, an indispensable player in the AI world, and a company whose top boss personally lobbied Washington so that he could sell chips to China. The same NVIDIA is now being investigated in China, and today it was found guilty in an anti-monopoly case. China says NVIDIA has violated the country's laws, that it tried to become a market monopoly, and this has hurt smaller players. The probe began late last year. Today, Beijing announced its initial findings. It said that NVIDIA has broken the law. As always, China has not shared any specifics. They're not usually forthcoming with details. There is limited information in the public domain. But here's what we know. This investigation is linked to an acquisition that NVIDIA made. It happened in 2020, this acquisition. NVIDIA bought an Israeli company called Mellanox. This company makes networking solutions for servers. But why is China interested in this deal? After all, NVIDIA is not a Chinese company, neither is Mellanox. So why is Beijing investigating this deal? Because it was Beijing that signed off on this deal. And I'll explain why. NVIDIA does major business in China, so if it is involved in any big mergers or acquisitions, Beijing must sign off on it, and this is a common practice among major nations. And there's a simple reason for it. Regulators need to ensure that the deal does not harm competition, that it does not restrict market access, and that it does not hurt the domestic industry. So in 2020, China approved the Mellanox deal, but it attached strict conditions to it. And now China claims that NVIDIA violated those conditions. Of course, there's more to it. This case is not just about anti-monopoly practices. There's a clear political angle here. Over the weekend, China announced two major investigations. One is an anti-dumping probe. It will look into chip imports from the US. And the second is a review of US curbs on China's chip industry. Basically, Beijing has taken off the gloves, and Washington has been responding. Last week, it cracked down on two Chinese chip makers, GMC Semiconductor and G-Kun Semiconductor. They cannot buy American technology anymore. Again, there's a clear pattern here. Each side is trying to squeeze the other to find leverage through the chip-making industry. In fact, that's the reason why the US banned exports of advanced chips to China, and Beijing is reciprocating in kind. Reports say it has delayed the supplies of rare earths, and now it is investigating NVIDIA. And caught in the middle of this big power battle, is Jensen Huang. He's the chief of NVIDIA. He lobbied hard to keep the Chinese market. Last month, Donald Trump relented. He allowed NVIDIA to sell its chips to China. Reports say Huang is the one who orchestrated this pact. He offered a sweet deal to the US government. They would get 15% of NVIDIA's revenue from China. The US government would get 15%. That was the deal. And Huang was hoping to build on this breakthrough.
To have a great future here. NVIDIA has been coming to China for 30 years. As you know, China is the second largest technology market in the world. And it is also growing very quickly. And so this is a very important market. There's a lot of very dynamic and innovative customers. If you want to be a good supplier, a good company, you have to have excellent customers as well as excellent products.
It seems Beijing does not like this deal, so it is cracking down on American companies, using regulation to restrict them. For Donald Trump, this is a test. He promised to keep US dominance in AI, but he's met a plot twist in China. We'll be watching the next moves.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakarjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 trilhões.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.